So what's going on? I'm employed. Facts. There's a lot of unemployed behavior going on. Um,
What's good, Domo?
what's cracking? What's cracking? What's cracking? If Hayes joins, he'll be able to give you the rundown of everything. I don't know everything that happened. I just picked up on it from when Penn crashed out on Gifted. You can catch that on my YouTube channel. That's kind of from what that is. But apparently, Penn said something. He called Ox, I'm a big buffoon, and said something about him. And they was going crazy on Player's Choice earlier. I was going to be in the chat instigating, but they had that bitch on members only, and I wasn't about to join. I ain't gonna hold you. I wasn't about to spend my money. It's like $3, but that's $3 I ain't got.
Respect it.
Hold on. Let me pull up the stream. Ox apparently called him a bitch. I seen Ox call him a bitch. Ox called him a pussy and everything. That shit's crazy.
Oh.
He called him a pussy. He called him a bitch. So I know Penn's not going to the next PC weekend. Can't.
Yeah, you can't.
That's too many problems. I'm not gonna lie. Why would you want to go?
That is crazy.
We here.
If Penn goes on BT, oh yeah.
Let me know if y'all can hear me.
How tall is Penn?
Not tall enough.
Hey, not tall enough for no Ox. No homo.
Ox is a real 6'10", nigga. 6'9", 6'10". Ox is really that tall, nigga.
Hey, Ox tall as shit.
Ox is nigga. When I went on Player's Choice,
a whole bunch of red up in the back right now.
Nigga, when I first got on Player's Choice, I didn't realize what I was dealing with. We was doing one conversation. Niggas started listening to heights. Niggas asked, I told you, Don. I'm like, 6'5", you know. That nigga Ron, oh yeah, I'm like 6'4". I'm like, damn, okay. Chilltown, yeah, I'm like 6'6". Damn, all right, OG. Ox, yeah, I'm like 6'10". Damn. Ticket, yeah, 6'10". Damn. Land of the goddamn trees over here. But let's see what Ox is talking about.
This ain't gonna be long. I'm not gonna be here all night.
Oh yeah.
Get in and we're gonna get out.
Pause.
Okay, there we go. We're gonna get in and we're gonna get out. This is not, I repeat, this is not an Ox court. This is not that. We're not bringing that back. We will never bring that back. This is just a stream. It's just a regular stream. Just addressing things because I don't want this type of weird shit to like roll over, to keep rolling over into PC streams and all that type of shit. Like, that y'all know that's why I had to shut down Ox Court in the first place. You know what I'm saying? There was just too much going on. Too much crybaby shit, too much sensitivity. People was making phone calls and you know how it goes, man. So had to make a choice, and I think I made the right choice.
Not niggas bitching and crying about the Ox Court. No. Niggas was making phone calls to the upper levels about Ox Court? That's crazy.
Dress bullshit though, can't we anyways, y'all, I just wanted this clear air so that we don't gotta do this shit again.
I love clear air.
It started like a year ago. And mind you, I want to give some background. I was pushing for Penn. I told Ron time and time again, like, bro, Penn came through. Penn came through on a graveyard shift one night, and we was having a conversation about something. And I was like, damn, bro, got a different point of view. You could tell he's an educated dude. I was like, yo, Ron, fuck with Penn. You know what I'm saying? He cool, bro. He got something going on. He got different insights. Smart, right-handed guy. You know what I'm saying? I was telling around artists, even with the little condescending shit, you know what I'm saying? All that little shit, I was still like, we'll see about it. Because at the end of the day, it's just a couple hours on the show. It's good content, right? But then after a while, bro, the shit just gets so. Domo, you reacting right now? This nigga Domo did not play. Y'all should have seen what he That's a fact, hey. They kicking their ass. Seeing what Domo posted on Twitter when he seen that we was doing this tonight. But anyways, let me stay focused, y'all. Let me stay focused.
Told niggas I'm suiting up, nigga. And I ain't gonna lie, he put the voucher in for Penn to get on the show and everything like that. You gotta be careful when you give handouts. You gotta be careful with who you help. And don't let that type of shit deter you from helping others. Don't let one bad apple ruin your good graces and your good heart for helping people get a platform. So shout out to Ox putting that voucher in for Penn for when he first came around, because I damn sure I had no idea who Penn was. And when I first met Penn, I was under the same assumption, like, hey, buddy got a head on the shoulders. He talk his shit. He has his own opinions. I was fucking with it. He had the list with Bill Russell in the top 10. I was like, all right, cool. You know, bullshit. I love it. I love a good debate. I love a good argument, but shit does go left at a certain point.
I'm saying I've dealt with these type of motherfuckers for a long time, bro. I know I've seen this. I've seen this movie before. You know what I'm saying? I've dealt with these motherfuckers in elementary school, you know what I'm saying, middle school, all the time. You know what I'm saying? You know, the type where Omar done it now with this dude, and it's just simple. We just grown men, bro. I could just let you know you a hoe and we can move on. You know what I'm saying? Simple, bro. It's really simple. I don't understand. I don't understand. I'm still not used to YouTube, even though I've been around for a while now. It's just still kind of like weird to me. You know, it's still just kind of weird to me, bro. Because I'm kind of figuring out, like, is this shit real life or not? Like, I live in the real world. You know what I'm saying? I got so much other shit going on, so much real responsibilities, so much real stuff I got to take care of. I got real children. You know what I'm saying? I got a real wife. You know what I'm saying? This isn't one of those situations where, you know that person back in the day was like, oh yeah, I got a girlfriend and she's a supermodel. She just lives over there.
None of this shit is real. All this shit is 100% fake. When it comes to YouTube, I learned that shit a minute ago. All this shit is 100% content. All this shit is 100% fake. I learned that lesson. This shit is not real. None of it's real.
When I get on, like, on the internet and we talk about stuff like basketball, something I've been doing for 25, 30 years, and a punk motherfucker that don't know shit about what they talking about sit there and oh, you're an idiot because you don't think Scotty Barnes is the next Magic Johnson
type shit.
Like, it just be weird shit like that, bro, and I'll just have a hard time with it. I'm sorry if y'all think, oh, you're sensitive or you're emotional or whatever. That's fine. Y'all can feel that way. I have an issue with that shit. I have a real issue with that because this basketball shit I've done for so long. I made a post the other day on Twitter. My contribution to the game of basketball is solidified. You know what I'm saying? I've taught the game of basketball for a long time. You know what I'm saying? I've taught the ages 8 to 18 kids how to play basketball, kids that can't speak English. You know what I'm saying? I've taught poor kids, rich kids, skinny kids, fat kids, everybody, anybody. You know what I'm saying? Basketball is what I do. I've been paid to coach basketball. I've been paid to train basketball. I've been paid to play basketball. I've been doing this hoop shit for a long time. My contribution to basketball is solidified. I have nothing left to prove.
Talk your
shit.
So
when I get on here and talk basketball, I can say what I want, genuinely meaning it, and don't have any worries about what anybody thinks about me because I've contributed to the game. Not on video, but in real life. You know what I'm saying? In real life, my contribution to basketball is solidified. No, I never went to the NBA. No, I never signed multi-million-dollar contracts. No, never. I didn't do that. I don't claim to be the best basketball player ever. I don't claim none of that shit. But nobody can take away what I've done to help push forward the game of basketball. You know what I'm saying? Like Jordan, Drench man, not the French man. That's my dude. You know what I'm saying? And you see, and I want to use this as a perfect example of little petty shit that Penn be doing, right? So we'll be on the stream, right? And I'll say something like about anything, could be anything coaching wise, and this bitch ass motherfucker say something like this motherfucker say some shit like, oh, well, I'll ask Jordan because Jordan actually does this and, you know, all that type of shit. Like, hold on, you don't ever discredit. And no, it's all love to Jordan. Like I said, I see Jordan contribute.
See, and shit like that be my problem. And that nigga Penn was in my comments under the video. I haven't had a 5-minute conversation with you. I don't think I come off any kind of way. And people was defending him, saying he's not coming off some type of way. Talking to people like this, especially that you share a platform with, is crazy. Diminishing someone's basketball accomplishments is crazy. When I first learned about first of all, when I got on Player's Choice, I never diminished anybody's basketball logic until they gave me a reason to, or niggas took it there with me. But even when I did have disagreements with Ron, Ox, Chill, Fluent, Ticket, even, Ticket, I did disrespect his basketball prowess, but that's different. But even with Ticket, I still gave him his respects at times when it came to what he did with the game of basketball. All the niggas are better than me. All the niggas went further than me when it came to the game of basketball. So I would never belittle their basketball knowledge or their actual feats of basketball. That's that's nut shit. That's actual nut shit.
Ron was on some different shit tonight. I don't know what Ron was on tonight. Probably tequila, but he was in his bag. Pink came up there looking for something. You know what I mean? And eventually I did, I got a little riled up, called him a couple bitches and said some things that I didn't want to. I wanted to wait until today to call it, to just call out this shit. But I don't want to have to do that type of stuff no more. I want to be able to go on the main stage of playback and watch the basketball game. You know what I mean? I want to be able to go on the panel and talk about the games from last night, because I don't give a fuck about if Penn won a PCL debate. You know what I'm saying? That don't mean nothing to me. I don't want to sit there and him talk about, well, we actually had a much better debate because we weren't yelling back and forth and this and that. Like, I just don't care no more, bro. I don't care about that shit. This shit is just going on too long. And it's not something I want to be thinking about during my day. You know what I mean? I don't, this isn't something that I want to be concerned with at all. You know what I mean? It's really that simple. I'm not really for all that shit. But, like I said, I'm not going to be up here all night. So I'm going to go ahead and just bring up a couple folks and we can talk about some things and just move on, clear the air and just move on, y'all, because it's not really worth it. You know what I mean? It's like internet bickering back and forth with each other. It's not going to turn into nothing but just a whole bunch of bullshit. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's nobody's here for that. Nobody really enjoys this shit. Once we get to this certain age, certain level of maturity, it's just weird. You know what I'm saying? It's just weird. And I once again, like I say, don't say something on the screen that you're not gonna say to me in real life. You know what I'm saying? And that's just one of the things I would prefer people to do. If you're not gonna say that type of stuff to me, if you're not gonna treat me like that, if you're not gonna disrespect my words, if you're not gonna
Chat, I'm about to go on stage. Hold on.
Whatever, just discredit whatever I gotta say. If you wouldn't do that shit sitting next to me, don't do that shit over the internet. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's just all I ask, bro. That's just all I ask. Let me pull up a couple of Hayes. Jalen, what's up, y'all?
What's up, fellas? What's up, Hayes?
Not you got me on her with Jalen. No, what's good, Jalen?
Nice shirt.
Appreciate it.
You gotta send me one of those chicken shirts, man.
Chicken?
Is that chicken? A duck? My bad.
Duckling.
Or no, duckling. Gotcha, duckling. Domo.
Just guy get his shit off, I guess. Get the real pain out.
If only we could hear the shit off.
Imagine if
that good?
If it was because he was just muted the whole time.
That would be fucking hilarious.
I felt the same way you did.
When
I first seen
Go
him
ahead.
up there first.
Yo.
I don't know what's going on. It seems like
apparently
the
Penn
tables
went
have
live.
turned.
Like, and then a lot of, and then
No
I
cap,
look and it's
keeping
like,
Penn on
JD
the
clipped that.
platform.
You know what I'm saying?
It's like
I don't know how to
Jake
clip
Future on
farm.
your
If I clip
platform.
farm, I'm gonna say
It's like
something outrageous.
it's like embarrassment porn. Like
that's such an insane way to describe
I'm about to
it.
say
embarrassment porn?
Is he saying black people? Is he saying niggas hate him?
There we go.
Oh no.
We got three. Don't do. He's doing it to himself.
He's saying niggas hate
Appreciate you,
him.
man. The tone.
Wait,
The
so
way
when
you
I went
talk
on there,
to
y'all couldn't hear me?
it goes a long way.
No.
I'm curious to know why are you saying that? When y'all
Would
have,
you like
if
to give us
any-
a
I'm pretty
TLDR?
sure most of y'all seen more than one or
We'll
two
love it.
episodes of the panel, so y'all can.
It would be
I
TLDH,
mean,
Cruz.
essentially, yeah. Essentially, I just went over there and said, for the sake of, just broke down everything that went on. From my POV, I said it's an issue. The issue I have with Penn is him not acknowledging the way he talks to people will provoke them to have a certain reaction to him and speak to him a certain way. And now I'm debating. I want to go on his show now and actually have a conversation with him. Do you have a feeling that a lot of non-white fans over on the PC side or in people's communities don't like you?
No. Somebody said that only white people like Penn. Someone said that in the chat.
Okay.
I've looked at our demographics. We've had a lot of. I run a film festival here, so I get to meet a lot of the people who are actually community members here, and they get to meet me. I think 80% of the people that I met weren't white. So I just noticed that our community isn't very white, which is not necessarily what you would expect because I am. And I think a lot of people maybe misjudge that and they assume because I'm a white content creator that my audience must be primarily white. It's just not true. The vast majority of our audience, I would say, is not white. And it also helps that Toronto is a very, very multicultural, city.
Got you. Just wanted to clear that up. When I first clicked out, I know people in my chat were saying that whatever the case was. Secondly, with all the drama and stuff going on, people love drama. People love it for the content reasons, whatever it is. So I just want to ask the questions, get it out the way, and then we can talk about what we got to talk about. I just have to ask, in terms of your issues when it comes to Hayes, Gifted, whoever it is that you have issues, quarrels, arguments, spats, even Ox, anything. Do you not see how probably any way you talk to them would provoke them to have some type of issue with you?
Sure. I see it. I definitely see it. Yeah, absolutely. I can understand that for sure.
So you can understand how you would come off when people do say you're condescending. You come off condescending, arrogant, narcissistic, whatever it is. You can't understand why people would say that. You can see the clips, you can see the interactions, not even the clips, just the context of the clips or what led up to it. You could see that and say, okay, I can understand how that could have escalated anything.
Sure, absolutely. I can totally understand that. You could ask anyone in our community. I don't hide from that. Like, I can be rude. I can definitely be a little bit condescending. I think I can be boring sometimes. I never thought I was boring until I got on PC. And then suddenly it was like, shit, people are like, why is he talking so slow? It's putting me to sleep. He's rambling. And I was like, okay, work on that. Try to be a little bit more energetic in your conversation style. Try to, maybe alter the passive. I can ramble a little bit. I understand that. Yeah, I can totally understand why someone would look at an interaction and be like, yo, he was wilding a little bit. Like he was asking for that. He was asking for that. I can totally understand that. Yeah.
All right. Well, hey, at least on my side chat, I don't know. Motherfuckers make it seem like he was blind to the facts. I don't know. He seems like he can take accountability. So we got that out the way. That was my only issues that I had that I addressed and brought up. Cool. He can take accountability for how he talks to people and understand how that would make them want to crash out. I have no issues. We've never had any issues. I don't know if I've said that on my side or if that's been put out. We haven't had any issues. I was there when you first got on PC. I mean, listen, PC brings on a lot of different type of characters, a lot of people that talk to people all types of ways. So
sure.
I didn't take any offense to how you were doing things at first. Now I will say, since I've left, I haven't been tuned into a lot of the episodes. So I'm just hearing he say, she say about how a lot of engagements go on, and I can just see based off of the clips. So in my opinion, like I don't want people to know, I don't genuinely have a problem with you. I just hear about the stuff that goes on or from people about what you do and then go from there. But I have, as you can see, I have no issue coming to have a conversation with you and keeping it cordial. We don't got to take it there. We don't got no beef. So
yeah, I think it's, I don't know where it comes from. There's certain people that just kind of rub me the wrong way. There's like certain energies and certain people. I'm sure there's people in your life that you've kind of come across. Maybe you talk to them for 2 minutes at a party and you're like, not for me. I can't deal with this energy, right? And whereas some people are very political about it, They'll excuse themselves from a situation. They'll politely decline shit. I'm just gonna straight say you're dumb. And I don't really have a filter. And I think that can be very off-putting for some people. It's a very, people can consider it like a really nasty personality trait because most people do have a filter, right? I get a lot of people telling me that I gotta watch myself when I say this or watch myself when I say that. I don't really watch myself when I say anything. I don't really filter myself. If I think it, I'm gonna say it. If I feel it, I'm gonna say it. If I don't like you, I'm gonna tell you I don't like you. If I do like you, even if you're telling me I hate your guts, you're the biggest bitch on earth, I'm gonna be like, I really don't have a problem with you. I'm sorry you feel that way. It's just straight. Like I'm not a liar. I'm not gonna lie. So that's what it is. But you're sitting on a fence. Obviously, you're a lot closer to the people on the other side of this. Let's be honest, right? They're in your streams. I'm not in your streams. What is your opinion on this?
To keep it all the way 100. All this shit is good for content. So I'm all for. Well, let me just say, I'm all for keeping things respectful until people take it to a certain level. So we're having this conversation. We're having it at this level. We both understand it's here. Cool. Now, if we're having this conversation and then you make a jab, you make a joke, you be dismissive, you do anything of that nature, I'm the type of person where, all right, bet, you took it there, I'm going to go there with you. So then we're going to go there. So however far someone's willing to go, I'm willing to go personally. So in terms of how you may talk to people or how people talk, like how you may have talked to people, how you come off, I don't have a problem with it because I know how people talk to each other on the internet, especially over basketball debates. From everything that I witnessed, and it's only just been it's only been the gifted thing, the stream of gifted.
Just keep it straight, man. You don't have to have to be kind about this. Just say it. If you think I'm a crash out, say I'm a crash out.
No, listen. I'm being 100% honest. I'm being genuine with you. Just from what I've seen, it came off as you're being a crash out. Like, yes, it did come off as you being a crash out. It did come off as you took it somewhere with gifted where it didn't seem he was taking it with you or needed to go until it went there. Even in my stream, when I first seen the clip of originally what you had posted the monologue or you posted a couple paragraphs with the clips and chopped up of what happened that night.
I didn't chop it up.
Or whatever the video was.
So hang on.
The first one I seen was the chopped up one.
Give me 1 sec here. I didn't chop up my video. Let's still be clear. I posted a 49-second clip, and then somebody said you didn't provide all the context, and then they edited a clip that was very chopped up.
That was Double D.
Whoever that is. I don't know these people. So that person chopped it up. I posted 49 seconds to say to the people who came to watch me on playback, because I push playback as hard as I can on our channel. And I know that some of our community members go over there to watch whatever we're watching. I posted it as saying, I got to be better because I can't be crashing out like this. I'm 37 years old. It's not for me. And I basically said it as some people just shouldn't be in the same room. And I meant it how I said it. I don't want to be in the same room as certain people. I literally told Ron, I messaged him the next day when it happened. I said, my bad if I went too far. I would prefer not to be on stage with Gifted if possible in the future because I can't stand them. So that's it. That's what it is. So some people don't need to be in the same room and I need to be better I'm a victim. How did that equation come up? I wasn't trying to play victim. I didn't say, can you believe these people jumped me? I didn't say that. Can you believe the terrible shit that they're saying? I didn't say that. I didn't sound like a victim in my head, but apparently you can understand that when you don't like somebody, their actions do seem weirder to you, right? Like
yes, absolutely.
There is a perspective bias there. So when it comes to Gifted, Hayes, sometimes Ox, but I genuinely like Ox. That's the funniest thing. Like I may disagree with him and I don't like how the energy he kept towards me on the last time I was on the panel and tonight, but I genuinely like Ox. Like I don't dislike Ox, but with Gifted and Hayes, it's a completely different story. And those two are like, I just don't appreciate the energy. I don't appreciate like how you're going to say some shit like Gifted is a DEI hire in the chat. And then when I call you on that and say that's uncalled for, like, why are you saying that? You'd be like, no, you just don't get jokes. because you don't have a sense of humor or whatever he said. Stuff like that. He'd be always bringing it to race. That I also don't appreciate. Like Hayes is always bringing shit to race, and I don't care if it's a joke. It's like some of the shit ain't funny to me. Because if you've been in any of the PC chats, yo, I get accused of a lot of stuff. Pen slur, pen N-word, N-word, sorry, basketball. You went to KKK, Columbia University. I don't read that shit every day. And I've messaged, PC and said, can y'all deal with this? Because this is like, is bothering me, genuinely. It's repetitive, it's incessant, it's unnecessary, and it's uncalled for. I've never done a racist thing in my life. I don't deserve that. And being the only white guy on the panel doesn't necessarily equate to I get to be, called all sorts of names for that shit. Keep it to basketball. You want to say I'm a dummy for the cage shit? I don't really care about that. That's cool. I look dumb as hell this year. Damn, I look stupid as shit this year. Surprised I have a fucking platform right now. No, if it's basketball, it's basketball. It was when it goes beyond basketball that it bothers me. And with the Gifted and Hayes thing, it's actually identical energies. It's just that sort of sneaky, eye-rolling shit that I just can't stand. I consider it very feminine, personally. Like, if you're gonna roll your eyes because I'm saying shit, like, you know what I mean? Like even the clip that I posted where Gifted's like, doing all the animated stuff. You're for the content. You're for the drama. That's, maybe that's what you like. I'm not a drama person, man. You may not believe that, but I'm not for the drama. I live as drama-free a life as possible. When I have drama llamas in my life, I cut them out real fast. I'm not for the trolling. That might not be, necessarily what PC's going for, because Mars is the biggest troll on Earth. And,
absolutely.
He's cool. He's a really cool dude.
Mars my guy. Yeah, absolutely.
He trolls constantly. Ox is trolling, look, Ron, damn, Ron be the biggest troll ever. But, I'm not necessarily for the trolling, but I can deal with it when it's good-hearted and it's lighthearted. When it's mean-spirited, that's where I draw the line. The other thing is, I'll say, and not to be long-winded here, I'm new to PC. I'm probably new to you. You didn't know who the hell I was a year ago, a year and a half ago, and nor should you. But just because I'm new to PC doesn't mean I'm new to life, right? I put my grind in the content game. I've written for publications for basketball. I've covered basketball for 20 years. I've studied this game for 25 years. Coming up and being little broed by a person that I do not respect and gifted, what is greatness? What's greatness to you? I don't know. Maybe it's just a voice. Maybe it's something. That kind of set me off. I said, eat your crackers. That to me, like, that's all it is. It's like, respect to respect. You're never going to see me say nothing to Cho. You're never going to see me say nothing to Jordan. You're never going to see me say nothing to Ticket TV, even though you had your issues with Ticket. I'm never going to say nothing to Ticket. It's just a direct energy that I can deal with. I can deal with people being direct. You're being direct right now, so we're cool. If you were taking side swipes and being like, passive aggressive and shit, the energy would be totally different.
On your super chat, Gift is my guy. So in that situation, I said it on my video, on my live. I say it again. In that situation, based on what I've seen, I was on Gifted's side. In that particular engagement, I felt Penn was in the wrong. So yes, I took a side with the guy that I knew. I'm not here just blowing off what Penn is saying for the sake of me being cool with Gifted. Like, nah, I'm hearing him out. I'm hearing his side of things. I haven't heard his side. Why would I not want to hear both sides of a disagreement, engagement, whatever it is with anybody? I will want to say, I did hear you say the guys that you wouldn't say anything to him on the PC side. And I would just want to ask, because I was in Ox's stream and I did hear what gripes he had with you. Do you not see, and I don't know what happened. I don't know the context of things. I'm just being told what happened or the issues people have. Apparently there was something on the lines of, you dismissed something he said and said, let me just refer to Jordan. I'll ask Jordan because I actually respect what he's done with the game of basketball, in the game of basketball, whatever it was. Kind of dismissive to what Ox has done.
I would love to hear that clip. I don't remember saying that. I'm not capping here. I'm not deflecting. If the clip exists, please let me know where it is. I'm happy to. That doesn't sound like something I would say. I definitely respect Jordan's perspective. He's a trainer. I know him. I've followed him for a while. I definitely respect the perspective, but that wouldn't mean that I would just say like I don't think you've done anything in the game of basketball. Ox has played the game of basketball at a way higher level than I've ever played it. I wouldn't say that. No, I don't think I said that.
Okay, well,
I definitely picked Jordan to beat him in the PCO. That I definitely said. I 100% stand on that. And I said, say it with me, Ox. 1, 2, 3, Cancun. I definitely said that too. If I say something, I'm gonna stand on it. Like yesterday, I did call the dude dumb, 100%. Did I vent for an hour and a half about losing the PCO? Yes, I did. Yes, I did, because I feel like I got jobbed. I played both. I played the debate out for my audience and just let them take the side and let me know if I'm wrong. I think my opponent interrupted me. I think my opponent lied multiple times. I think your friend Gifted went on from the logo and said that I lied about Isaiah Joe's positional versatility defensively. So I made a clip about that and I made a point to show that I was not lying. I just don't appreciate being called a liar when I'm not lying. That's kind of frustrating to me. So, like if you told me that, I don't know, you told me like your shoes are red. I was just like, no, your shoes are blue. That'd be pretty frustrating, right? Like, how the hell do I know? Yeah.
I can understand that. I can understand that. Well, that was all only questions I had.
Is Hayes, and the other one is Coach Mo. Coach Mo is a regular caller on our side. And Hayes, you mind?
Go ahead, do your thing, man.
Okay. Coach Mo, what's good? Hayes, what's good?
Who's talking? I don't want to step on nobody.
No, you good?
Okay. So I just wanted to clear up some things because I noticed in your conversation with Domo where some things have been perceived that's different, right? So I'm going to, and please feel free to call me out because we're just having a conversation here. Anytime, Pin, that even with me and you having our back-to-back in PC, anytime somebody's called you racist, I've literally said, hey, Pin may be a lot of things, but he's not racist. So when you say things like on this stream, like I've labeled the racist stuff towards you, that's just false. Like we can go back and pull it anytime, no matter what me and you are arguing about or whatever. Anytime somebody done the Pin slur, said, hey, yo, let's chill out on that. Anytime somebody said that you said the N-word, I said Pin's never said the N-word. That was a fake page. So I just want to perceive that, right? I want to get that clear
you
out there.
Called me racist.
Okay.
I said
cool.
You bring race into a lot of things, which I find annoying.
Well, and so that's also what I want to talk about. When I bring race into things, it's the people that joke that we have, like the DEI thing with Gifted was a piggyback off a private conversation that, well, not private. We've had it even on from the logo before. So when you take offense to that, to me at that point in time, it comes off like a chill out, because that's a me and Gifted. Does that make sense? Like, sure. And I know you don't have that form of reference, but like me making that joke to Gifted at that time, and I know you've brought it up repeatedly before, it's because that is a me and Gifted joke, right? That's something that we have done with each other before. So I wanted to bring that part up in it. And then on top of that, when today you said earlier, just a couple of minutes ago with Domo, that I tagged the guy that you had your back and forth with. I didn't tag. I've never seen that guy in my life. The guy that I tagged was somebody that tagged me in something earlier about you. So I don't know that guy at all. And that probably, it linked back to earlier when me and you were talking, you saying that you felt that I sent somebody to your chat, which I've honestly never done. And I'm starting to notice things that you have perceived, and your truth is your truth, right? I don't want to take that away from you, but I wanted to clear it up so we can have a conversation about it, so that if you want to ask me about it, we can, and then we can deal with the other stuff. But I think we gotta clear out the perception from the reality first, and then we can have a conversation about the reality. Does that make sense?
Sure.
Okay.
Perception number one, when you say that you want to play, that you specifically said, Pen, Gifted, I want to see if there can be some peace here, right?
Chat, can y'all hear me? Hello?
Gifted's my boy, but I'm going to try to shoot straight or whatever you said.
We can hear you. Yeah.
But there ain't no way that you're telling me that I'm too.
Who got a vacuum in the back? God damn!
If you don't already have some feelings towards me. So if you took offense to being told to shut the fuck up, I will literally tell you before you started talking, your direct quote, and I swear to God, this is true. If you don't want me to talk about this, just tell me to shut the fuck up. I literally quoted you.
But in that sense, to me, and I did say that, I'll take that. And let me address two things. First, I've never had, like, even after our debate last year, if you remember correctly in the comment section, me and you had a pretty good, you had a problem with the judges and ranking them, but me and you had a pretty good back and forth. I was like, hey, and you yourself said, yeah, you know what, I could have been strong on those points. We good. We watched it. I don't think we ever even interacted between now and this year. So I haven't had so you know, I watched the panel in phases, right? I'll be heavily watching the panel for a week. I won't watch it for another month. I'll heavily watch it for 2 weeks. I may not watch it again for 4 or 5 or 6 weeks. I work during that time. Just depends on the volume of the day, right? Mm-hmm. So I don't have any PC. I, for example, I'm new to PC. Like, I'm probably newer to PC than you. I've been with PC less than a year, right? I think I'm coming up on my year, because I think I'm coming up on it. So, like, I'm finding out now the stuff with Low and all this in the past. I had so I don't want you to think it has anything to do with that. I've never met Low. I've never talked to Low. I never met Domo before this week. I never talked to Domo before this week. Of course, me and Gifted know each other, but you've never come up in conversations before this drama has come up. So that thing of that you feel like I had a already beef with you, I didn't. My beef literally started with you the day me and you started going back in the one debate in the comment section. Before then, I had nothing against Penn. The only interaction we had was really positive. We had a debate, so I've never had that. So I mean, I can understand where you come from with that. Me, the person that I am, right, is that once it's on with me, it's on, and it takes a lot to get off. For example, I thank God that you had the conversation with Domo that you did, because it maybe that was just my calmer head. As you were talking, I was realizing, all right, these are things that he's perceiving that I have a completely different perception on. So let's have a conversation about it. Like, specifically the racist part, right? Like, and we talked about that. I've never, anytime anybody has used me and you going back and forth as a jumping point to get into the racist conversation, I've always corrected them and be like, hey, calm down on that. The man's not a racist. They can tell you in the chat, anybody who's in there.
I've seen you say that.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. So you've seen me interact with people, a lot of people of color, you know, because that's
why I always do back the you're not a racist thing.
Sure. So again, have you perceived anything from me that would make you feel like I might be
a racist? No. That's why I feel very confident in telling you, you're telling people you're not a racist. Cool. Now,
I feel so good, chat, knowing that I put an end to PC beef, and I'm not on PC anymore. The niggas ignored me. I want to get my now real quick while they do this. We'll come back to this. I want to get my monologue off because I deserve it. I was ignored for months, and in one foul swoop, I'm ending beefs in other niggas' communities. I wish I had a soundboard. I'd be going crazy right now. I play Jesus. Wamo Jesus, nigga. Like, come on. Like, I single-handedly in one foul swoop just ended the beef. Niggas was ready to put hands on each. Niggas were ready to sock each other. Let me get up. I came in, I de-escalated everything, bro. Told niggas put the blickies down. Let's use our words. Come on, dog. All right, not gonna lie. Kind of
you is high as hell. I'm seeing your eye.
I am. No, bro, I ain't gonna hold you.
Man, we are breaking barriers right now. And you're just fucking.
Yo, don't even. Dom, I know exactly what the fuck you're gonna say, and I'm gonna laugh again. Don't even do this shit because I just came off of mute, bro. So don't even start.
Don't try it. But we are breaking barriers.
No. I want to be so honest, bro. I rubbed my fucking eye with my finger that I rolled my blunt with. I got like weed in my eye, man.
See, that's why you need to stop digging in your ass.
Nigga, it's weed. Fuck you, nigga. The fuck? Hey, touch my ass once. Fuck you.
You've been digging all day.
Fuck. It's not even weed. It's like tobacco from the fucking guard. Oh my god.
Yes, this nigga smoking Swisher Sweets.
First of all, fuck nigga.
Niggas
ain't gonna niggas ain't gonna put no swishers on me. Nigga, honey games, nigga. That's all it was.
You smoking game straight out the pack? Damn, you living rough.
Straight up. Yo, shut up, nigga. Shut up.